While there have been more than a few bumps in the road, Chelsea have built a team stuffed with talented players in recent years. The likes of Moises Caicedo, Enzo Fernandez, and Pedro Neto are all brilliant internationals who could be part of a special project at Stamford Bridge. However, when it comes to the crown jewel of the Blues' ambitious project, one name jumps out: Cole Palmer. Since joining the Pensioners in 2023, the young Englishman has scored 41 goals and provided 28 assists in 96 appearances, and so fans should be delighted about reports linking the club to someone who could be their next Palmer. Chelsea's summer so far, as they have in years prior, Chelsea have mainly focused on signing younger players this summer. FFC header: Transfer Focus. Transfer Focus. Mega money deals, controversial moves, and big-name flops. This is the home of transfer news and opinion across Football Fancast. For example, Liam Delap is still just 22 years old, Joao Pedro is only 23, and Jamie Gittins turns 21 next month. Add to those three premier signings the additions of Mamdi Sarr and Dario Essugo, and it's clear that the West Londoners are still committed to primarily bringing in young talents with high ceilings. Chelsea manager Enzo Maresca before the start of the second half. Yet, while the aforementioned players are all incredibly exciting, it would be hard to describe them as the next Palmer, which isn't the case for Ethan Nwaneri. Yes, according to a recent report from The Athletic, Chelsea are very much interested in the Arsenal gem. The report claims that after attempting to sign him in 2023, the Blues are monitoring the teenager as talks over a new deal with the Gunners are currently failing to bear fruit. Additionally, transfers expert Fabrizio Romano revealed that the West Londoners will move for the Hale end product if he doesn't agree to a new deal with the Premier League runners-up, and with his current one ending next summer, he'd then be available for nothing at the end of next season. If Blueco can mastermind a situation where they can bring the Englishman to the Bridge for free, then that would be incredible, as he's valued at £64 million by Football Transfers and has the potential to be another Palmer. There are a few reasons why Nwaneri could be the next Palmer, and the first is that it would be another example of Chelsea signing a young talent from a Big Six side. Moreover, as Manchester City must massively regret losing such an incredible player to one of the rivals, we do not doubt that Arsenal would feel just as bad about losing the Hale ender. The second reason is that both players occupy similar positions on the pitch. Since making his way to West London, the former City prospect has primarily played in an attacking midfield role, with his second most played position being on the right wing. This mirrors the infield-born gem's experience in North London, as since making his debut for Mikel Arteta's side, he has primarily played in two positions, on the right wing and as an attacking midfielder. However, the 18-year-old has spent more time on the wing, which is good news for Maresca and co., as that means he'd likely be happy to play there at the Bridge, with Palmer in the number 10 role. Furthermore, while we haven't seen as much of the North Londoners' young phenom, what we have witnessed suggests he could be as dangerous as the Pensioners' talisman. For example, in just 1378 minutes across 37 first-team appearances last season, the dynamic monster, as dubbed by podcast Adam Keys, scored 9 goals and provided 2 assists. In other words, he produced a goal involvement on average every 125.27 minutes, which for someone of his age is undeniably incredible. Finally, if you still aren't convinced that the Arsenal gem could reach the same levels, then just listen to his former coach, Dan Michiki, who boldly placed him in the same tier as him, along with some other future superstars. I worked with Foden, Sancho, and Palmer. Ethan is in that tier. Ultimately, if Chelsea have the chance to sign Nwaneri for free next summer, they should take it, as, alongside Palmer, they'd have two of the most exciting talents in the country.